Boys and girls, welcome to Club Evil. I'm Evil Dick.
Evil Dick! Evil.
You're a devil in disguise is what you are. You're burning me on purpose.
That's what I'm saying.
Why do they think that God gives a crap about what goes on in that house? And why do they think that he's going to part the Red Sea for them to the Promised Land? Didn't you watch last season? What they didn't show last season was me in the diary room praying to my God, Fred.
Like young, tiny, small spaces. Evil Dick. These little gooey telltale.
Are you taking the cameras off of me?
Evil Dick.
And we are back for another episode of our TV Zone Dick at Night recap here. We had one of the most shittiest episodes in a very shitty season. But let me introduce everyone before we get started here. And top of the line, one of my favorite celebrity guests that we have, and we were just talking before we went on how we need to do some more bullshitting in the off season, not just once a year when we do these recaps. Star of Freaks and Geeks, Not Another Teen Movie, Inglourious Bastards, and the new NBC show called Do No Harm that will be out in the fall, yeah?
February.
Mid-season replacement show.
Mid-season show.
All right, well, congratulations. I look forward to seeing you on that, for sure.
Thank you very much.
We all know
Very happy to be
it's
here.
not an easy task being an active actor in Hollywood, getting parts one after the other, and making a living at it. So
Yeah.
What do you mean? Jeff is so successful.
Well, here we go. We got the only people that are actually even trying in this competition looks like Brittany, Dan, Shane. We all know that Boogie's going for the 10 grand. I'm not sure if Brittany's going for the safe or not. Or what do they call it?
Yeah, he has stuff filled up.
She needs to be going for the safe. She needs to be going for the safe.
Yeah. Boogie's going for 10 grand. Ian and Ashley are actually crawling on their bellies for most of the part. Ashley's not even moving. She might as well just sit down now. This is going to be one of the most horrible endurance competitions ever.
Ever.
I'll keep you updated. I'll keep everyone updated as we go. We'll get to that. Since this episode, I'm going to just start off on a real fucked up note here. And since this episode and the season are just really sucking dick, I want to bring a flashback. I'm bringing a flashback back to Big Brother, to the Dick at Night show, right here, right now. This might remind you of a lot of different circumstances you've been in, Parker. Let's roll the clip.
Come on. You don't have to be sexy. Just have fun. Hit it.
All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Scott Long from Big Brother 5, trying out for the surreal life.
Oh, my God. What you been sitting on back there?
Did you see Parker's
And it was
face?
like a big one. Yay thick and yay long.
I'm
so
That one even shocked George Jefferson.
Wow.
Mr. Jefferson from the Jeffersons. Sam is shaking his head. If anyone saw Parker's face when that was rolling, it was like the Home Alone face. Can they show that? It was hilarious.
It took me completely by surprise. I was not expecting that at all.
Hey, there's Parker. We got another picture of Parker down there.
Hey, that's me.
Parker's dedicating this hairdo to Shane, who also has the Gumby hairdo, which is the Eddie Murphy of the 80s hairdo. But yeah, that was a clip from the Surreal Life back in the day when Sherman Helmsley was still alive. Cece DeVille was on. The transsexual Arquette. What's her name? I forgot.
Alexis.
Alexis.
I thought that was a dude. I wasn't sure.
Very, very nice. She was actually, if anybody remembers the Fox Reality Awards where Danny Bonaducci threw Johnny Fairplay over his head and broke his teeth out on the stage, Alexis Arquette was the one that got up on the stage and presented me with the award for Entertainer of the Year. And that's when I met Alexis, and she's always been very, very cool to me. I have nothing bad to say about her. Okay, as I'm watching this here, Jen is moving about as fast as...
shit. I forgot about her.
Everybody forgets about her. She's never on the goddamn show.
That's why she's going to win.
Although she did get a pretty good line in tonight, asking Julie Chen if she had a sister.
Does anybody I'm looking...
I don't know if anyone else caught that.
I did catch that, actually. That was a very good catch, and very good to bring that up there, Sam. And all these people are, like, barely moving. In my season, we had this, was the first time that we did this. I ran my fucking ass off. I ran my ass off for 5.5 hours I ran. And I barely lost to Zach. Why couldn't I be competing against these assholes?
Even I could win against them. Seriously. And I suck.
They're terrible.
These people are weak, Dick. They're weak.
Weak sauce.
They really are.
Weak sauce.
I could beat them in a physical comp, and that's saying something.
Does anyone
Hold on. Look at Ash. Oh, they just switched to Dan. Dan's the only one. Dan and Brittany, I think, are really the only ones going for it. And Shane
Dan's going
are
for
really
safety.
the only ones going for it. Oh, he's going for
Dan's
safety.
going for safety.
Yeah.
He's a pussy.
He's not going for HOH. He would throw everything. Okay, so we got Dan going for safety. We got Boogie going for the 10 grand.
Oh, Dan damn near has safety.
I want Dan
Eddie
to go next.
McGee would be playing faster than this.
I hope Boogie goes on the block with this.
Oh my God, can we have Sam every week?
And Sam reminded me that the last time that he was on, we also had an endurance competition where I was flipping my Mac notebook around to show everyone at the same time again. So this is the season. Usually Big Brother is always saying, expect the unexpected. This is expect the expected season.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Everybody knows what's going on. Everybody sees the twist coming 10 miles away. Nobody's surprised.
Yeah. It's like expect nothing and be less disappointed, really.
I thought for sure Grimer was going to put Jeff back in the game.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh.
They almost
Yeah,
did.
right.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it, too.
I thought Julie was going to be like, well, guess what? You're back in.
Sure.
Yeah. It would have been on par with everything else that's gone on this season. I mean, Dick, I'm sure you've covered this to the nth degree, but the unfairness of making the coaches players after a month of safety. Ugh.
I'm not even. I have not talked to Sam about this at all. Sam just brings this up on his own. I beat this to death. And I don't even like talking about it anymore because I've talked about it and beat it so hard. But a 4-week, 5 eviction safety when you have 3 of the best players and Brittany, giving them this pass, it's just so unfair.
Like, I still don't get Brittany's relevance.
Oh, hold on. Look at Brittany. She wants that HOH.
Her legs.
She wants that HOH so bad. She has to lotion her legs.
The bitch stops to lotion her legs? What the hell?
It puts the lotion on its skin.
I was waiting for someone to say that.
There it is.
How about the new hashtag, Shank Frank, that Dan brought up in the diary room? The new hashtag, Shank Frank. What do you mean, June? Come on, I know you got something to say about this one.
Dude, I can't stand Dan. I for some reason, like, everything that comes out of his mouth is now just annoying me to the I can't deal with him. And tonight his sister
is it because
tweet
he's in
me?
the diary room and he talks like this all the time?
Yeah.
And I don't really know what he means when he says
His sister tweet
that.
me for the first time tonight, and she's so cool. I can't believe that they came from like the same vagina. I really can't.
Let me
His
tell you
sister's way
something too.
cooler.
I met his sister at this season 10 rap party, and oh my God, she is smoking.
Yeah.
Smoking hot.
And she's funny and she's cool, and I'm like, why can't we put her in the house? I can't stand him this season.
Yeah, I'm not being a fan of Dan's. What's the like, Parker?
Why don't you like Dan this season?
He just tries too hard, and we all saw, like, he has performance anxiety issues. Like, if he can't, like, get a line out in the diary room and he can't fucking flick his tongue across the lever, like, I have no hope for him. Like, he's just a loser to me. I can't.
Why does he suck up to Julie so much? Like, every time he votes.
That's another thing.
He has an Asian fetish.
So ridiculous. It really is. I mean...
It's like, yeah, Julie, I just wanted to say.
Why the fuck is Ashley even bothering, okay? She's like, I saw actually somebody running. Who was that? Must have been Shane. Shane's the only one that's even trying here. And
Danielle is literally walking. I mean, Danielle is walking.
These people are horrible.
All right, so what happens if Shane becomes HOH?
Here she is. Here she is. She's going to win. She's going to win, ladies and gentlemen. She's smoking the track. There's flames coming off of her heels as we speak. I think she stopped to pee real quick, and she's back moving again.
And you know that's going to get the obligatory turtle dumpty dump music.
Yeah.
Why are these people even bothering? Just sit the fuck down already.
Sit your ass down.
The
And what's Joe
DR.
doing?
How about how the diary room coached Dan so hard this week about being backdoored? In the last 2 episodes, how many times have you heard Dan say backdoor? It must be over 50 times in 2 episodes. Anybody?
Yeah, it was a lot. I was surprised that it kept coming up as much. It seemed like they were really trying to force that storyline.
Yeah, they're trying to force it big time. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, that's to say, I noticed on the veto episode last night, it's like it was one way, and all of a sudden Dan's using that, and I thought, where the hell did that come from?
Well, it comes from the diary room is where it's coming from, and every time he goes in the diary room, they're like, well, did you ever put any thought in, Frank could backdoor you. How would you feel about that? And after they say it like 50 times, then even like someone like Dan's going to go, hey, maybe they are going to backdoor me. I better really think about it here.
Yeah.
You know
what,
it's just...
This artichoke is really good. I just wanted to point that out. Okay.
And here she goes. She's lighting it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that Ashley?
She's like the Eeyore in the competition. She's so slow.
But you know what? Y'all sleeping on Ashley, because I'm telling you, if she stays in that house, she's going to win.
Yeah, I know, but that's so sad.
Yeah, you high. This is the problem with having someone like Parker on that sucks at the game. She ain't never going to win this motherfucking game, dude. If she's up against Ian, who's she going to win against? Joe?
She's going to win against Jen.
Jen.
Oh, yeah,
Jen. That'll be a great final 3. Jen, Joe, and Ashley.
And Ashley.
Most epic final 3 ever.
Be like season 5.
Then they'll throw Jordan back in
or
there.
season 11. Season 11 with Jordan, Kevin, and Natalie. It's another loved. Here he goes. Boogie is moving out. He can smell the 10 grand. Look at him. That motherfucker. I haven't seen him move
fast
that
for
fast.
money.
And when he gets a reply on Craigslist, he moves that fast.
Erotic services. Casual encounter.
Hold on. Like, can you elaborate on this? Am I missing something?
Yes, I guess you are.
Oh, come on, Parker. You replied to him on Craigslist.
All the time. All the time.
It came out in court documents asserting that Boogie was embezzling from the restaurant that he owns. What his secretary or his assistant went into his sent emails that he was using the restaurant email to send these Craigslist ads for looking for older men to role play with him. So that's what that's all about. I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. It's out there. It's yeah. So Sam, I guess you didn't know about this, huh?
No, I did not this is news to me, but it's the least surprising news. I don't know if you guys remember. There was a couple years ago, Boogie and Dr. Will. Dr. Will had a show, it was like Dr. 90210, and he had a segment with Boogie to remove genital warts.
Yeah.
And apparently Mike Boogie was like, yeah, I'm okay with this being on national television. Yeah. I really like being on TV, so much so that we'll just air this dirty laundry.
Yep. Before I was on the show, I saw that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was very, very strange to me. Yeah, but Boogie said really more than enough of. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He lives with that shit though. It's better than people who hide it.
Yeah,
there is such a thing as bad press, Boogie. He needs to know.
Yeah.
Doing old man on Craigslist, whatever.
Well, that was my whole point. Okay, now that you're caught up, Parker, Boogie runs like that when he gets an answer on Craigslist. Funny? We're cluing Parker in on all of this bullshit from Big Brother. Scott shitting his pants on the Surreal Life. Boogie hitting up old men on Craigslist. What else can we enlighten Parker on here?
Yeah, because I'm like far out of the loop. Even though I heard some really juicy gossip about somebody on this season, I can't say what it is.
Are you talking about Ashley? Ashley being sued for $820,000 for the porn?
Nope, sure not.
Shane being gay?
Nope. I mean, well, I can't confirm or deny anything.
I'm just waiting. Because I want to know if it's the same juicy shit I know.
Oh, boy.
What do you know?
Well,
you
somebody lay it out. Somebody say it already, goddammit.
What, Dick, you think Shane's
I'm dying
gay?
here.
June thinks Shane's gay.
Yeah. And his agent tweeted me to stop saying he's gay, and I was like, fuck you.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He dyed his shirts pink. That's all
I don't care about.
He
I don't care
chose
about
to do
the shirt color. I don't care about the shirt color. If what?
Just give us the house guest name and we'll guess.
I can't.
Oh, you
I
fucking
cannot.
pussy.
I know. Without the hair.
Parker has a date with him later. Look at Boogie. Look at Boogie moving out. Boogie is so close to winning that $10,000.
Oh, man. Wait, so Shane's going to win this HOH, right?
Oh, yeah.
Look at Joe.
Easily.
Look at how full. Look at Joe. Joe's like quit. He's got about this much in his goddamn big old thing.
Is the rumor that Ian is a virgin? Because I don't really need any extra confirmation on that.
Actually, Ian said it. Ian confirmed it himself. Like that's not a big secret. It looks like. Oh my God, we have Jen has this much in her HOH.
She's going for safety too.
Oh no, I saw she was filling it up in the HOH. Maybe somebody won safety already, and that's why she has to start filling the HOH.
Maybe.
Probably Dan.
Wait, Brittany's not in. Did Brittany win safety?
Oh, maybe that's why she was waxing her legs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe.
If that's why she stopped, then I'd stop too.
She's sitting by the side. Brittany's out, so she's got safety. Boogie, I think, is going to win the $10,000. Joe has got no chance at all here. I think it's going to be Shane. Shane once again.
All right, so then let's.
Hey, Joe's married with 4 kids.
Who does Shane put up?
His kids don't even like him. They told him to shave off Janelle's pubic hair from his chin.
What about his wife making fun of him in the diary room?
Oh,
she
dude,
says,
that was so
"Hi,
funny.
I'm Joe's wife," or should I say, "Hi, I'm Joe's wife"? I almost fell off my chair. I was laughing so hard.
I can't believe she called Boogie an asshole.
Well, why couldn't you believe that?
I can.
Well, no, because spouses don't really go there during these clips. Now she's gonna get like death threats and shit.
From Boogie? Boogie doesn't have
Actually,
fans like
no,
that.
yeah, Boogie's fans won't go that way.
If she
If
called
it was
Jeff an
Jeff and
asshole, then
Jordan.
she'd probably be chopped up.
Yeah. Or even Janelle.
She'd get letter bombs.
Those
Seriously.
crazy Gijo Cat people.
Without a doubt.
So are we all going to be getting wedding announcements on June 5th of next year?
Exactly. Did you see that? He's like, I'm breaking up with her on my birthday.
Oh, God.
And you know what's funny is, like, you know CBS is going to, like, have some kind of wedding special.
Exactly. That shit will be paid for.
Yeah,
That's probably why he said that. That's probably why he said that on his birthday, before his birthday.
How butthurt do you think that Brenshaw will be that CBS isn't going to pay for their wedding? They had to go to TLC to pay for their wedding.
I love it. Are they getting their wedding paid for by TLC?
I think so. You know, I was doing like a charity event in Orlando, and Rachel got mad at me. After listening to her for like 3 or 4 hours straight, say, "And make sure you watch TLC by Ronnie." Oh wait, hold on, I have this.
I can't stand it.
And make sure that you watch TLC by Ronnie. I finally turned around and I said, "Listen, I would rather see an operation on a bloody hemorrhoid than tune into your fucking wedding. So shut the fuck up
Thank
already."
you.
And she got kind of
Nobody
pissed
gives
at me,
a
so.
fuck.
I
Nobody
have to give
gives a
her
fuck
credit
about
though.
it.
She doesn't like come at me on Twitter. She's smart.
Oh, I'm
She knows
sure.
what's good for her.
Yeah.
She's not on there very much. They're so busy right now. How about Ian getting all butthurt and knotted that Frank and Ashley were up there making out? Do you think that he asked to smell Frank's fingers when they were done? Because you know Frank got some stink finger, right? I watched the feeds and I know that went on.
Oh, really?
But she had such a long skirt on. I don't know.
I mean, did Ian
Yeah,
really think he had a
stuff.
chance?
No.
No, that fool's
Yeah,
a
that's what
dungeon
I'm
master.
saying.
But he's
Oh,
allowed to be hurt.
Yeah, he's allowed to be hurt, but I mean, like,
She was
Come
my
on.
showman. She was my showman.
Yeah, but here's the thing you got to remember about Ian is he's what 21 years old, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just
Ian
turned
is 21. But he's
Yeah.
but he's like emotionally like a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
yeah, he plays Magic.
know?
He probably plays like Magic the Gathering and Pokemon cards.
He's
No.
cute.
Bitch, I play those.
There she is once again, lighting
Shit
it up,
talking
folks.
him.
There she is. She's moving out. I've never seen anyone move so fast as Ashley during this competition. Sorry, I just had to do that. I thought it was pretty funny myself after they're playing up this ridiculous showmance. I've said it at least in 3 episodes, but Sam hasn't got to hear this. It was a good joke, so I'm going to lay it out there one more time. We have Ashley, who's being sued for $820,000 for bailing on an S&M porn that she signed up to do, and Ian, who still masturbates to the Sears catalog. Not a match made in heaven, okay? That's all I'm saying about that.
Ashley better hope she wins. That's what Ashley need to be doing, is going for that 10
Hold
grand to cover those
on. There
royalties.
she is, ladies and gentlemen. She is tearing it up. She's moving out. She's used to being on her hands and knees, so she's feeling okay right there. So,
That guy's like, that's the position I wanted her in.
that's right, except for with handcuffs.
Oh, you don't think she's the dom? You think she's... I thought she was the
she's-
dominatrix.
She's totally the dom. Why does she sound like she's on, like, Xanax, like, every day?
Because she is.
Yeah.
She's fucked up out of her tree. Because I hurt my back jumping in and out of the beds on the first episode. Can
I
somebody
don't even know
tell me?
where she is right now. I don't even think she knows she's playing that game.
Well, what's the difference between her and Jordan in season 11 then?
Drugs.
Jordan's more like
Jordan was
Drugs.
smart enough to align herself with a good male player.
Drugs. Okay, I'll have to agree with you there.
Yeah, Jordan's just lacks common sense.
Somebody give me a lesson because I'm kind of confused between the Silent But Six, which reminds me of a silent but deadly fart. I think about it every time I hear the Silent Six, okay? But the Silent Six in the Quack Pack, I'm very confused. Who's in the Quack Pack? Who's in the Silent Six? Who's in both of them? Who knows and who can tell me on this panel? Okay, Ronnie, go.
All right, here's the thing. The Quack Pack, correct me if I'm wrong, it's Dan, it is Danielle, it is Brittany, and Shane, and Ian.
Yes.
So Ian is the only one in the Quack Pack that is not in the Silent Six.
So, and the Silent Six is minus Ian plus Frank and Boogie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm getting it now. Look at this. Nobody's. Oh, and I'm buffering now. Nobody's even running. In
They
my
know
season,
Shane's got it.
Eric was falling down like I thought he was gonna like seriously hurt himself. Danielle hit down a couple times really hard. I know that last season they had the bubbles up to here when they were doing it, and you couldn't see how hard they would hit because they would just fall underneath the bubbles, which I thought was like CBS's lawyers must have suggested that one. And this one, there's not too. It doesn't look as slippery as it was, but like nobody's even running. And I know for a fact that I ran for 5.5 hours, and that ended up being 8 miles back and forth when it was all said and done.
Wow.
And I lost. And I lost. I lost by 3. I needed 3 more like lengths, and I would have had enough to get my stupid ping
You
pong
could always
ball
been
out.
like Kevin and sucked it out. Remember Kevin sucked the thing out? He was like, and then when it got close enough.
Does that surprise anyone here?
I'm not saying nothing.
I'm just saying it was good strategy.
I
What's
have
up
a
with all
feeling
these
that
competition repeats and whatnot? Like, do you guys think it's going to be like, is there going to be a season 15? Is it going to be picked up again?
Oh, I think it'll be picked up again because they have the Olympics as an excuse. Even if the ratings are still in the toilet, they got the Olympics as an excuse of fucking up this season. So yeah, it'll be picked up again.
Part of me wishes it would just die and they would come up with something new for the summer.
They're just.
You mean like the Glass House?
They need to
Like
put
the Glass
Big Brother,
House.
Survivor and Amazing Race people all in one competition. You know,
Well, then
like,
you're killing 3 shows, but I've suggested that for a while as doing like a one show with all the stars, doing one leg of Survivor, one leg of Amazing Race, and finishing off in the Big Brother house for like a month or something like that.
That'd be crazy.
The reality TV show Iron Man.
Yeah.
A triathlon.
Yeah.
They should do
so
that
we
for
had-
the last hurrah.
Does anyone think that this family segment softened up Joe at all? Because that's why they do these family segments.
No.
When people are not they try to put that in there.
Like Joe. Nope, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, well, this
Time when
one
they
for
show
me,
the
week
family
2.
segments.
He seems like he has a nice family, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
sure
most
they're
of the time
nice.
when I watch those family segments, it's like, how much longer is she going to stay with him before she divorces him? That's all I see sometimes, and I'm like, these two people don't belong together.
No, not at all.
And their kids seem really
He's got
nice.
4 kids.
I
think
like
he's
how
been
they.
for a long while.
I like how they finished up the segment with where they put the 4 parts, the 4 windows of Joe screaming in the diary room. The little montage there made me laugh anyhow.
Yeah.
I'm still.
I mean, it was nice.
You can always tell when with 4 kids like that, where it's like 3 older girls and 1 little boy. It's like, oh, Joe was not stopping until they had a boy.
Oh,
He would have had 8 kids
Yes.
with her.
Yes.
I know a lot
Exactly.
of families like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, but she said they were together for 8 years, but they have 15-year-old daughters, so... No, I mean, whatever. If they're his stepdaughters, that's fine. But I was just kind of like sitting there, you know, because I'm Asian, and I'm like doing the math, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, didn't he say they'd been married 8 years?
Oh.
Or did he say we've been together 8 years?
He said together.
We've been married for 8 years, but fucking for 15.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that the juicy rumor you heard, Parker? Is that the one you can't spill?
Oh my God.
Wait a minute. What is this bullshit of not being able to spill a rumor? Since when, motherfucker?
Because I
Since
don't
he
wanna be
started
that
eating
guy.
artichoke and shit.
Hey, that shit was bomb, though. Don't be hating on my artichoke, June. Shit.
God, I love how polite we all are tonight. We're not, like, yelling over each other like other people have, like Jody and Adam. Like, seriously.
Yeah, Adam was horrible. We had, I think I'm buzzing right. Okay, we had Sam Simon on a couple weeks ago. You know who Sam Simon is, Sam?
Yeah, I know him personally, yeah.
Now, great guy, huge Big Brother fan. He's sitting, I'm not kidding you, he's sitting with a shelf behind him that is nothing from camera shot to camera shot Emmys lined up right next to each other, right behind him. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Who else has a guest that has 9 goddamn Emmys? The Simpsons, Game of Thrones, and what the hell else is it? Curb Your Enthusiasm.
There was Cheers probably in there, and yeah.
Oh, he's involved in Cheers?
So cool.
Oh,
I
yeah.
look at this
He's
guy.
involved in Cheers. He's got Emmys from there. He's got Emmys from the Drew Carey Show. Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then you look at
I gotta
Ronnie's
look at this guy's
background, and you
IMDb.
see Pokemon and
Ronnie's background.
I know. I'm sitting there thinking he's got Emmys. I've got like kids' toys from Star Wars and shit.
And he's got the green lightsaber back there.
No, I'm backing you up, Ronnie. You can't really see it, but there's my Revenge of the Jedi poster.
Hey!
There you go.
Nice.
I got. Who do I have?
Is this me
I got-
again?
Is Parker
Who was
still
that?
with us? He's like flipping.
I just did me. That's not me. It must be June. June, can
I
you
just
mute
did
for a
it too.
second?
Yeah.
Blame the Asians.
No. And here she goes, ladies and gentlemen. Hell on
She's a
wheels.
pro.
Hell on
She's a
wheels.
At least she's
I
still
look-
going.
You said what?
At least she's still going.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
Ooh.
All right, let's get this out of the way. This Jeff segment, okay, which was nothing but a ploy to get ratings because ratings are in the toilet. Plus, it's also a ploy to get people to watch Jeff's exit interviews with the evicted house guests because the numbers on that are dog shit as well. And I don't give a fuck.
I didn't even know that was
Fuck
happening.
you. All you Jeff and Jordan people can suck my balls because I see it on CBS's YouTube page and he's only getting 2,000 and 3,000 fucking hits on it. So I know for a fact that when I was doing house calls, they told me that 8 out of 10 views on house calls was done following the live broadcast of house calls. So
But he does have more followers than you on Twitter.
he has a lot more followers than me. He has like 30,000 more. But obviously no one wants to hear him interview the exited house guest. So I think that this is a promo to let everyone know, hey, Jeff is on CBS.com. You want to go over there and check this out. So
I'm surprised the cat
that's
ladies
exactly
haven't
what
jumped
it
on
was.
that shit. Yeah.
well,
I
when
mean, Jeff is obviously worshipped by the cat ladies, but if we're being honest about it, he's not known for strategy. So why would you give two shits about what he has to say?
Well, he's
Because
not
my
known
thought on
for
it, but-
speaking
but he
skills
has a big
either.
fan base.
Because he's a
He's
face,
got a big
that's all
fan
it
base.
is. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he
You know
wants to
what-
be the face of Big Brother.
You know what it is he's taken over for Kaser. Okay? Kaser was the pretty guy that all the crazy ladies liked and they wanted to fuck. And then Jeff came along and they all go, oh, fuck Kaser. Let's jump on this bandwagon, yeah. So, they're all about
Am
it.
I the only one that watched and thought Botox tonight? I kept watching thinking, Botox, looking at him.
Jeff's got Botox?
Yes!
He's in LA now. Yeah, he got shit done. He's been shut up.
Oh my God, are you fucking
What is wrong with these people?
Let's talk about this. What's wrong with white folks getting shit done to their face? Like, why can't
Thank
y'all
you,
just
Parker.
age
Thank you very
gracefully?
much.
Like, you see
Well,
his
Parker,
face?
black
You
don't
see
crack,
this?
but white doesn't have
I'm
to.
31 years old.
Fucking white people and your fucking Botox and lip injections.
You know, like, I don't need Botox, no nipping, no tucking, none of that shit. Like, what's wrong with y'all just letting the shit go and just taking
You're
care of your
left,
face?
Parker.
Okay, first
Wrinkles
off,
with
June,
nerds means wisdom, so I'll take him to the grave.
June is not allowed to say anything in this conversation because those goddamn Asians, you can't tell if they're 20 or 90 half the time. Okay?
Why do you say that? You so bad.
So he got Botox for real?
I don't know for a fact, but come on. I was in the house with that man, and it's only been 3 years. That's a lot of age that came off him in 3 years, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. He's been
I don't
groomed
get-
and plucked and shot up with shit, like, seriously.
We called him the silver fox in the house because of how he looked.
Here's a shot of Ashley's feet. Ashley is moving out, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that footwork. Oh, she wants this HOH so bad. There she goes.
Does she think that by playing until the end, she won't get a reputation for someone who didn't try? Is this like her end game, where she figures if she's in the final two, she could be like, I gave every competition my all, even that one where I moved slower than a one-legged man.
That's an uncanny impersonation there. Uncanny.
No, I think it's because the diary room promised her more drugs if she kept going till the end. I swear to God.
You'll get the whole bottle if you keep trying, Ashley.
Yeah. Here it is. Here it is. Come get it, Ashley.
Yeah, I bet you if it was the OxyContin competition, she would be right on that motherfucker.
She'd be like lightning.
She'd be like, choo, choo. Hell yeah, putting that shit like
Boogie is now on the sidelines. Boogie
must have got the
won the
10K.
10 grand. Brittany obviously won the pass. And where's Dan? Oh, there he is.
You know,
chugging along. He's still chugging along.
June, I want your opinion on this. As a house guest that is the only one here that was a house guest during All Stars, you know, you knew all these people. Aren't you kind of shocked they're not going after Boogie because he's doing the same shit now that he did in All Stars? He went after the money and the prizes. Like, why are they getting
but
into this?
Be right back.
the majority of the house guests never watched older seasons. They don't even watch the shows for the most part. So that's also why they got rid of Janelle. Because they just went on all these rumors. Yeah. No, they don't know. They don't know what Boogie's capable of. They've only heard about it.
Yeah, these new people.
Tried anyway.
Ronnie, you know as well as I do that Robin always casts people that have never seen the show. And she always casts a handful of those people. And the only time they've ever seen the show is when they're in sequester and they give them the fucking DVDs to watch. And they only give them the seasons that they want to watch. Yeah, well, there's one of them. So that's why these people have no clue. As I'm watching this.
I mean, how does Ian not know, though? I mean, come on. Even though Ian's, quote-unquote, in a line, like, friendly with Boogie, if I were Ian, I'd be thinking, this motherfucker is going to win every prize, and he's going to backstab me. We got to get him out of here.
Ian's a dummy. Ian's smart, but he has no gameplay. He was a big pussy when it came to trying to backdoor Dan. All he told Frank was, you know, please don't. It'll be a bloodbath. I just want an easy week. Please don't.
Every week's an easy week for him.
Shut the fuck up. I know he hasn't done anything. He's not even the HOH.
He's your
How's
son,
it even going to affect
He's
him?
your son.
He is the yin to my yang. I'm like the antithesis to Ian. Ian's so innocent and sweet and loved and nice, and I'm such a duplicitous asshole in that house.
Do you have a hairy butt crack like he does? Or is that the
Unfortunately, I am cursed with the nerdy hairy ass crack. That's a nerd trait. I believe that. It's a nerd trait. They actually hand them out to get your nerd card. You have to take the hairy ass.
They sent Ian in the... They sent Ian in the shower with a can of Raid or a bottle of, not Raid, Nair, to de-louse himself and de-hair himself the other day.
Yeah.
That's for the ants in the kitchen. That's what the Raid's for.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Raid.
Did somebody tell Ian you can get rid of crabs by using Raid? Because you can't.
No, but back to Boogie. Boogie, protected Ian for a while. He threw him $1,000. And so Ian's kind of got this allegiance to him for now. And Boogie's been known to be faithful to his male counterparts, not his female counterparts. But maybe Ian thinks Boogie's in it for real with him. So I wouldn't get rid of Boogie if I was Ian. Not yet.
I guess it's good. I just think the other thing is, having been a fan of the show before, I think I would be afraid Boogie would look at me, and he definitely would, with a nerdy guy. I feel and be like, ultimately, who's going to pick, me or Frank? Frank, because he thinks Frank's
get rid of Frank first.
Well, no kidding. Of course.
Frank.
And the thing is like, I heard Frank talking. Actually, Frank was talking to Ian, and Frank said, I know when they come after me that they're going to put me and Boogie up on the block together, and I know that Boogie will go home before I will. So that, at least he's thinking, and at least he sees that he has a nice little buffer there that he can go on the block again and be safe because people will send Boogie home. Can somebody, Sam, let me get you in on this. Please, can you explain this to me real quick? Let's take one more quick look at, right when I did that, we went to trivia. Please explain Joe's speech to me. What the fuck was that whole Sharon Osbourne? I don't understand a word of what that was. Explain it to me, please. I'm lost.
Okay, so here's what happened. Yeah, Joe thinks that America is watching the live feeds, and we're privy to all his bullshit inside jokes. Joe has clearly no idea that the show is edited. He's barely in it. So all that shit that he thinks he's saying is hysterical made sense to absolutely no one. And just lost any part of America who was like, I like Joe, he's a good guy. No, I don't know what he's talking. It looked like Joe was taking whatever Ashley has been on.
That was the best answer I could have expected from anyone. Because even when I asked the question, the rest of the four of you, Parker, June, and Ronnie, both went like this. They had no idea.
I was completely dumbfounded by his response, by his plea. I didn't get that at all. And I like how
Have we ever seen anything like that before?
No. And then how Julie came at him was like, you know what, Joe, get to the motherfucking point. You know, you got kind of tough with Joe, you know.
You're
looking at my food and I thought, did I get slipped drugs? What is going on here? I feel like he's not speaking English.
I thought he was about to have a stroke, honestly.
That would have been fucking awesome. That would have been the best live show ever.
I would have bought tickets for that.
What kind of a live show is that?
Fucking Danielle would have been like, I
know. Oh my god.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And there she goes, ladies and gentlemen. She's going at it. It's unbelievable. Look at how full her little jar is over there. Over here. There's like this much in there. So,
she's like, maybe if I just keep moving slowly, they'll forget I'm here, like Jen.
I don't even know why Dan's still in it. I guess he can't quit this competition. He can't fall off of this competition. So he's got to continue. Oh wait a minute, here it is. Look at this one. She's given up. She's
playing with the stuff on the floor?
She's still going, boys and girls. This is the most pathetic display I've ever seen in my life. Why, Jesus, could you have not put me in on this season of Losers, and it would have been an easy $500,000.
Oh my God, you totally would have taken it again.
Sincere question here. Shane is 2/3 full. I think Danielle's the next, and she's not even a third barely. So Shane has doubled everyone else. Why do they even try? They're not. There's no chance they can catch him, right? At this point, it's over.
What if? I don't know. Shane could always slip and like break a kneecap, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
maybe he'll
stroke
maybe
out.
he'll slip. He'll slip and
Stroke
fall
out, nice,
into.
buddy.
He'll fall into his fishbowl and knock his own fishbowl. You know what I had thoughts of in my season? I kid you not, and I didn't do it. I don't know why I didn't. I had thoughts of going because Zach was in the lane next to me, just pushing his fishbowl right off. What would they do? What would they do?
Like, I fell.
Exactly. What are they going to do?
You know what I was wondering? I was wondering if when they announced your eviction, what would they do if you went, come get me, Julie?
She'd be like, Dick, don't fuck with me. But first.
She would freak out.
They would go to commercial.
What if you sat there and was like, I demand a recount?
I am doing that. If I remember when they're getting to the victim, I was like, recount.
Answer recount.
Sorry, I do not accept that result.
Ronnie, can you see how Bill Dan's fishbowl?
Well, they're not showing him his ball, so I would say at this point in time, clearly production does not feel he has a chance.
Or he's actually winning.
But I don't think he's even trying, though.
No, he's moving out. No, Dan is moving. Dan is moving on this because he probably thinks that he does have a chance. He's moving faster than him and Shane are the only ones.
They're strategically not showing his ball. Oh, no way. He's not even half. He's a third. There it is. Dan's not even up to HOH, and Shane's beyond it. He has no chance.
Okay, so Dan must have been going for safe.
A different HOH. Like, I really wish there would be a different HOH just to shift the power.
And has there been a week so far that the HOH has not won POV as well?
Yeah, Willie's week.
Willie's week.
And
The first
Shane,
week.
when Shane won POV, he was an HOH, right?
Yes, he was.
Not the first time. The second time he was.
No.
But yeah, but the first time he wasn't, right?
Oh, and
it was
Frank's.
Willie, Shane, and then Shane, and then Frank, and then Danielle, and then Frank.
Frank.
Yeah. So since Shane was HOH the first time, every week the HOH has won POV. Because Shane, Danielle, Frank, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just been a very, very boring.
But no one really goes for the win, right? Am I wrong or am I right? Nobody seems to really want to have the eye of the tiger and want to win.
Or they just suck that bad, and so momentum is on the HOH's side, and they win the POV as well.
Well, I don't understand because when I was on the block, which was 3 motherfucking times, and I was on the block with Danielle each and every time. We knew that one of us had to win the POV. There was no fucking question. We had to win the POV, and we did. One of us. She won it twice. I won it once. I don't understand why there's no sense of urgency or real will and desire to win these things. Because I would have it's $500,000. I would kill a motherfucker. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a much weaker field this season. It's compared to the season you played. Compared to the season any of you guys played, this is a really weak field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had
mentioned that. Yeah, it is kind of.
Ashley went down. She went down. She was standing and fell down, even though she was moving at a snail's pace. She went down. She's going to be in the DR for more drugs this evening. Yeah. I can all guarantee you, she'll be looped out of her skull later.
I hope she starts tripping out really bad. I want to see her get naked and crawl on the walls.
I want to see her swing from that spiral staircase.
I want to see her fall off of it. Now, Sam, you brought up something a while ago here. I'm going to get back to it. what was it you were asking? Since it looks like Shane's going to be HOH, who's going to be?
Yeah, it looks like Shane's going to win. Right. I don't know. Does he stick with the Silent Six? Does he put up Jen and Ashley or Frank or whoever?
That's what pisses me off because like they're wasting their HOHs on bullshit people. You know, like,
on bullshit people that they should be dragging to the end so they can beat their ass, just like in the final three, like season 10 with Jerry, like bringing Sheila, like bringing Adam, all these people that you can cut loose at any time that you want. That's who these people are, and that's why Ashley's going to go to the end because they're going to bring her to cut her loose. Who would be this? Let's put it this way then. Who would be the smartest nominations, in your opinion? Let's start with Sam.
The smartest nomination at this point would probably be Boogie and Dan.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because
Parker.
then
sorry.
I'll back. Okay. No, I was going to back that up. That's a smart nomination because if somebody wins the veto, then the obvious choice would be to put Frank up. But then Shane should have the wherewithal to realize he and Frank are winning every HOH and every veto. The two of them are a powerhouse, and the two of them together, the house doesn't stand a chance. And they need to figure their shit out and start working together. And I think if they did that, they'd sail through to the end.
Parker, who's your two?
Well, I was going to say Frank and Jen just to solidify Frank being gone and then replace with Boogie. But now that you mentioned that, Sam, that's not a bad idea. Like, if Shane and Frank were to work together, like, it would be a done deal. It would be a wrap.
Done.
So, like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't really see Frank winning. So, yeah.
I don't see Frank turning on Boogie is what I don't see happening. Because I think that...
Yeah, I would say Frank and Jen.
June, who you think?
Frank and Boogie, I would say. I would say Frank and Boogie, and if one of them takes themselves off, then I would replace with Dan.
That's exactly what that would be my feelings exactly. Ronnie?
Well, I'm going to say Dan and Boogie, but for a slightly different reason than Sam. You know, this is the last eviction before the jury starts, and I would want Boogie out, and I would always reserve Frank as the replacement nominee should one of them come down. But I would want Boogie out and not in the jury because Boogie's going to be able to convince people to vote however in that jury, and I wouldn't want him doing that.
I think my thoughts on it is you got to separate Boogie and Frank, okay? Because these two are complete butt buddies. They're gonna, Frank is Boogie's bitch right now. And that's how he's playing him. And you gotta separate them because they're always gonna vote together. You're not gonna be able to sway one without the other. And I don't need that kind of bullshit or that kind of headache in the game to deal with, when I'm in there. So, I would concentrate on separating those two. That would be my first thought. Where my first target from the get-go would have been Dan. But at this point, Dan's kind of flying solo with what? The help of Danielle? Woo, big fucking deal. She's not exactly like a... She is a crazy bitch.
She's like single white female crazy. Like, that bitch, she's got issues. Like, there's like a chemical imbalance. Something is wrong with that bitch. Like, for real.
Well, you're not married to her, so just be thankful for that.
That's no lie.
Imagine? Hey, I cooked you some dinner. That's got like arsenic and cyanide and all types of shit in it. Fuck up.
Well, only because she wants another wedding to have more wedding photos.
Yeah. Did you ever see? You ever see with Kevin Kline? I Love You to Death. Was that Kevin Kline and Tracy Ullman? A true story where she tried to kill her husband like 10 times, and he stayed with her. He said that she only did it because she loved me that much.
I bet you her favorite movies are like Single White Female, Swim Fan, and what's the other one?
The Roommate.
Fear.
The Roommate.
The Roommate. That's very appropriate for Big Brother Sam, The Roommate.
Oh my God, yeah. I'm telling you, like, I would not. Oh hell no. Nope.
Okay. Let's I'm going to almost do I was going to do charades, but it might take too long, and I'm not very good at charades. Let's go over play by play. Will, as he's evicted, he takes his hair out of the ponytail, takes his hoodie off, puts his captain's hat on, and he's ready to sing some YMCA. I mean, what the fuck was that shit all about?
That motherfucker. You know what, though? Like, Will kind of grew on me, though. He was pretty funny. But homeboy...
Motherfucker, listen. Will grows on you like a herpes sore. Is what he grows on you like.
I was wondering if he was going to go out in that outfit.
It ain't no coming from that shit.
What's that, Sam?
Who was the girl from a couple seasons ago who kept saying, bueno, no bueno?
Amanda. That's
Amanda.
from part season.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't Will remind you of Amanda a little bit?
Yeah.
I can kind of see that, actually.
Like a male Amanda?
Yeah.
So Will's going to end up on
Maybe
Dr.
that's just
Phil
me.
crying. You know Amanda went
on
to
Dr.
Dr. Phil, right?
I didn't know that.
Yes.
No,
yes,
really?
yes. And you know who
With
else
her
went on
sister.
Dr. Phil was Johnny Fairplay went on Dr. Phil when his marriage was on the rocks. 2 weeks later, I think that they separated and went their separate ways. Dr. Phil really did a nice job helping them out.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Dr. Drew's Celebrity Rehab. How many of those motherfuckers have died after being on that show? A lot of
They're
them
better
have
off
died.
getting advice from Dr. Dre, honestly.
Still on.
Or Dr. Pepper.
You know Ashley's going to end up on Dr. Drew's rehab.
I tell you what's going to happen is Ashley's going to go onto these message boards, read that people are the Photoshop things where people have her being really fat and talk about her being fat. She's going to slice her wrist, and there's going to be a story that she's found dead in her own bathtub with slicing her
Wait,
own wrist.
Ashley or Danielle?
Oh, sorry, Danielle. Danielle, I was talking about.
Am I the only one who thinks Ashley looks like the Puppet Master?
Puppet Master.
You guys, I swear to God, if you put them shit side by side.
Phoenix, can you put that picture up of the Puppet Master? I need to get a visual here.
Please put that picture up, please.
Oh,
I swear, put a side by side of Ashley and the Puppet Master, and I swear to God, it's like her uncle or something.
That's Shane's right there. Shane has no competition. He's going to win this HOH. We all knew that already. Shane and Frank just need to hand off the key back and forth to each other because there is nobody else. So
Don't forget Danielle. She said she can win stuff too.
Yeah, Danielle's going to win herself a trip to court. We saw the Zing bot zing her with a restraining order zing.
And she was not happy about it.
No.
Oh, she wasn't?
Well, she got the worst one. That wasn't really fair.
She did.
Everyone else got like
She
flippy
did.
ones, and
Oh,
she got
there
the
you
worst.
go, the Puppet Master.
Is that not Ashley?
Is that Phil gel? Is that gel from the gel coating on the mouth there?
Dude, I swear
I
to
think
God.
Ashley looks like a frog.
Oh my God, look at that smile. It's totally Ashley. The jawline, everything. It's her.
And the hollow eyes. Of course, hers are just stone glazed, but...
Yeah, I
she's
swear
so
to God,
odd
it's her.
looking.
She's so odd. She's like Jack.
That one even more looks like
the dude
her.
from Nightmare Before Christmas. Jack, whatever his name is.
That's uncanny right there. I can't look at it.
That shit is creepy. Wow. I swear to God, it's her. She's like,
yeah, but back to the Zings. They were kind of weak this year.
Yeah, I like Britney's though.
Britney got off easy. Boogie got off easy. Like, are you serious? And then they
have a picture
of Danielle.
I have a picture of Will's father wearing the same hat. Can you see that? David Lee Roth from the California Girls.
Poor Will.
It definitely, you can see the resemblance, especially in this one here. with the hair and if you saw his American Idol and all of that other crazy shit. The guy's crazy, and he probably will be on a Dick at Night soon. I'm wondering how much of him I'm going to be able to tolerate. But people are different outside the house. And I always give them that benefit of the doubt. Because even I found Rachel more tolerable in very, very small doses outside the house. But like I said, sitting next to her for 4 hours, I was ready to shoot her in the fucking head. So, and everyone is going to go, Dick said he wanted to shoot you in the head. The one I really would like to shoot in the head is Reagan, but that's seriously. Where it's just, kind of talking shit as opposed. Yeah, of course he's back on Twitter.
He's back on Twitter now.
I can't stand that
Wait, I
motherfucker.
have to sign out.
Does Belgium, did you have like a parking meter that you have to put your internet on? You turn the handle like
No, it's Davey's heading out to work, so I have to go do my wifely duties and pack his lunch.
Oh, I thought you had your wifely duties.
Naked.
That was before.
Oh, sorry.
Bitch, I want you naked when you packing my lunch.
I'm going to go suck on his artichoke now, Parker.
Thank you, June. It's always a pleasure. I love having your insight, and we will see you again next Thursday. And I'll talk to you on Twitter before
everyone.
then. So.
Bye, June.
All right. Bye.
Bye, June.
Bye.
How about the fact that Julie has a way, when Julie doesn't like someone, like Rachel, for example, how many times was Rachel HOH over 2 seasons, yet Julie never asked her the HOH questions, not once?
She never did an HOH interview with Rachel?
Never.
Really?
No.
How did, what?
Wow.
Come on now. You guys, I thought you would know this. Not once.
No, I never realized that.
When Julie doesn't like someone, she just does not want to talk to them. Did she do an HOH interview with Frank today?
No.
Okay, I
Which
didn't
was
think
crazy because there was so much filler in tonight's episode.
Oh
think
my God! Yes, very good point. Where she's talking about what's in the news, who won the most Olympic medals, they didn't
do that shit my season.
Separated. I mean, it was like you're right. It was so full of filler.
Because I guess it was just there was no way for them to make it seem like Will was not getting evicted tonight. There must have just been no footage that they could try to tease us with. It was like if they showed anything, it's just a giveaway, so just fuck it.
So but the point of me bringing all this up is, did anyone notice how Julie comes out, Will sits down next to her, she shows him the goodbye messages, and then that's it. She didn't ask him one fucking question. Not one question.
Wow, she sure didn't.
No. But you know what? That's still not as awkward as Braden's interview my season. Oh my God. I don't know if you remember that, but she
Braden,
said
hold on. We got to give the background on Braden. Braden was in the backyard losing his mind, saying Julie Chen's a whore. She stole Les Moonves from when he was married, and he's going off screaming and yelling all of this. Oh, look at Parker's face.
Parker, check this shot. I was in the living room. He came to me to pitch me for a vote, and this is how he pitches me for a vote. He goes, "So, Ronnie, I have a question. Do you really think that's Julie's baby, or that's Les's baby?" And I said, "I think I'm going in a different room."
Oh, my gosh.
I was like, "You're stupid, dude. You're dumb." And so, you know how says, you know how Julia says, "In case you were voted out, here's some goodbye messages." She fucking says to this dude, I'll never forget it, "In case you were kicked out, here's some messages." And then she goes, "Well, Braden, you're going home." That's how she ended it.
She pulled a jelly on him. You're going home. No, freaking Braden. All Braden does on his on his Facebook is spend all his time bashing Obama every day.
What? Because
that's
so
all
intellectual.
He does. No, dude. All he does is bash Obama every day.
Fetus, what was that picture of Ashley?
That was after she got the drugs.
She's like, "Where are my drugs?"
Okay,
Oh, yeah, she was on the drugs.
Didn't mean to interrupt you there, Parker.
No, but like, yeah, that's what Braden does. Like, that's all he does is bash Obama every day.
Well, it was
Get a fucking new hobby.
Yeah, look at how worried Shane is. Look at how fast he's moving now. He's moving at an absolute walking pace. Watch they'll get the wide shot. He's barely moving at all here.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that he's got it wrapped up. Yes.
And when you did this competition, when you guys did this, you fucking had holes in your cups. They don't have holes in their cups.
We had a hole in, and our cup was half the size of it. Yeah, our cup was a little girl's teacup set, like, you know, they're having tea with their little stuffed animals, with a hole drilled in the bottom. So you had to keep your finger over underneath the hole in the bottom. And then it was going so slow that they came out and put there was two more teacups down there, but they wouldn't let us use them or pick them up until way into it, like 4 hours in. And that's when I was like just going with threes and, you know, running down and trying to pour it all in there and all of this shit. So, but this season is, there's no players, there's no competitors. So, it looks like everybody's getting booted out. Who's, I can't see anybody. Can anybody see me?
Oh.
Is anybody here?
Yeah, I can see you.
Oh,
I see. I can't see anybody.
I see a picture of Ronnie Talbot has two stormtroopers pissing in urinals.
Oh, this is the first time you're seeing these photos? I've been looking at them all night, thanks to my shit connection.
All right. Well, let's go around the horn and we'll wrap this thing up. Let's start with you, Sam. Who do you think is going to win this thing? Do you have a favorite, and who do you think is going to win?
Honestly, I know it's going to sound crazy, but I think Ian might be a real dark horse in this.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this the freaks and geeks in you speaking?
No. I think it's because what's going to happen is everyone else is going to keep picking each other off. Ian's going to be one of those guys who slides under the radar, and then if he finds himself in the Final Four, there's going to be a lot of those mental competitions, because you get so deep into the show, then it becomes about remembering and the face game and this competition and this thing, and we know he's got that memory. He's going to fly through those competitions, and he could easily wind up in the final two.
I think it would be interesting. What do you think, Ronnie?
You know, okay, here's the thing. I agree with Sam. If they actually keep picking each other off and going after players, I think Ian stands a chance. But I'm going to go ahead and say this. If they actually take a pause and say, we need to get some of these floaters out of here that are skating by, then I think Frank or Shane stands a chance.
Isn't that what they did last week, though, by getting Will out of there?
Trying to get rid of a floater?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Taking a little break.
Yeah, I don't think Will was an intentional floater, though. I think Will just sucked. I mean, I liked him. He grew on me. I wanted him to go further, but he just didn't win anything. He tried, but wasn't very successful to manipulate people. And, I mean, and that's the thing. I know floating works, but I don't respect it. I don't respect floating. I don't.
He was more of a bitch, is the way that I looked at him. Was like kind of a bitch. Anyhow, Parker, did we get your? Who do you think is going to win this thing, Ronnie?
Yeah, well, ultimately I'm going to say Ian, because I think he's going to float by, and like Sam said, he's going to find himself in the end, and he's going to win those few lucky comps from mental challenges, and he's going to be in good position to win and he does well in endurance. We saw that, where he just stood there. Yeah. So the final endurance, HOH, you'll probably win that, part one.
Parker, what do you think?
Yeah, I got to go with Ian as well. Like, he's definitely going to rise to the top. You know, he's going to just lay low as he's been doing now, and like, I think it's going to come up between Ian and possibly Dan. I don't know. Dan might pull it out.
I'm saying that Ian has absolutely no shot in hell at winning this. He has no will to win. He's going to be happy just to get a jury. to have the full Big Brother experience. I think that these new people are such clueless idiots that none of them is going to win. I think it's going to be Dan or Boogie with an outside shot at a Frank or Shane. But yet Shane's, I think, too stupid to do this. I think it's going to be either Dan or Boogie, to be honest with you. That's my opinion. So we are going to wrap this episode of RTV Zone Dick at Night up for the night. I want to thank Frank. You got Frank on the brain. I want to thank Sam Levine for joining us. Freaks and Geeks on Another Teen Movie. And the new NBC show starting in February, Do Not Harm. Check it out, everyone. My friend Lee Ehrenberg is on an ABC show called Once Upon a Time. He was Pintel in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And he's grumpy. It's a great show. He's grumpy in Once Upon a Time. Great guy. Great guy. Love him to death. Thank you, Ronnie, for showing up and helping me out tonight, and Parker as well. We're going to do a Season 9 reunion sometime during this season. We'll get Sheila. We'll get Crazy James. I want to get Sharon in here and a few others and see how many. Natalie. See if she can squirt some milk out of her nipples while she's here. And, oh, here we are. Before we go, Shane is now, he should try the Kevin approach and suck on it. Suck on it. So, thanks everybody for showing up, and we will see you again shortly. Thank you guys, and peace.
Peace.
Bye, guys.